Let's say that was a success.
Excavation complete.
Oh, cool. We finished on our way back.
Commander to the Situation Room. Commander
Ah,
to
that's
the
again.
Situation Room.
Well, that's good though, because the Situation Room is important for our missions.
An exemplary performance. Let's hope all of these operations go as smoothly as this one did.
Alright, looks like we got a heavy. Heavies get a rocket launcher. And they also use miniguns. So yeah, kind of what you expect from a heavy. I have to cover the name for you. Oh yeah, we also got medals. That's another new addition. You can assign medals to soldiers that earn them, or that you want to have give certain bonuses. So I'll get into that in just a minute. Oh, now we have scientists. We can build laboratories, which will increase our research time. And according to the mission, which was called Operation Silent Blade, apparently, the XCOM squad deployed to Japan has successfully stopped the alien abduction in Sapporo. Japan is deeply grateful for your help and hopes that these rewards will be of use to the XCOM project. Unfortunately, panic increased. Excuse me, across North America and Africa.
We will be in touch, Commander.
Alright, now we go to the Situation Room.
Commander, you can now honor our soldiers by awarding them medals for accomplishments you deem appropriate. You can view and award medals in the barracks. Every member of the Council is going to want satellite coverage, so we should plan our deployments carefully.
Alright, now you can see, not only in Canada, which is where we had Canada and Nigeria, where we had the two missions that we turned down. Those both got 2 points to their panic, and every other country in those regions, like in North America, the United States and Mexico, also got panic. In Nigeria, we also got more panic in Egypt and South Africa.
I'm receiving you. We'll monitor that contact, but I don't think it's related to the UFO.
This is the point where we can launch satellites. And launching a satellite does two things. Or it does multiple things. I'll just read this. Expanding our satellite coverage is crucial to intercepting alien craft and maintaining the support of the Council's member nations. Deploy satellites to gain monthly funding from XCOM Council nations. Monitoring countries on the same continent will greatly increase the monthly rewards granted by that continent. If every country and continent is monitored by XCOM satellites, additional continent-specific bonuses will be granted, which is like the bonuses that you saw at the beginning, like based on which base you pick. Those are the bonuses that you can get if you get full coverage. It says we'll need interceptors deployed to continue continents in which we have satellite coverage. Interceptors can be hired and transferred through the hangar facility. So yeah.
Nothing to report at the moment.
See, as you can see, each of these have different values, like how much they give you per month, based on our base is in Germany apparently, since we already have a satellite here. That's where our XCOM base is. We can have 2 in orbit right now, and we can build more satellite uplink facilities to increase that number. Now, and normally I want to go for either Canada or Nigeria to decrease the panic more, but the United States is worth so much per month that it's really tempting to go for them instead. The U.S. is worth more than any other country. Russia is a close second, though. It's such a big country. So that's another thing you need to consider. You need to consider panic levels, because deploying a satellite will immediately decrease the panic level by 2 points, and then you'll start getting monthly funding. But right now, what's our monthly funding at? We get 275 per month. Getting another 180 per month would be really useful.
We've been picking up some odd transmissions lately.
Let's see.
Some nut calling himself Commander Straker has been all over the news ranting about shadow operatives.
I'll think about the satellite for a minute. Let me show you the rest of what is here. There's pending requests, where occasionally council members will give you requests like they want to have some med kits, or they want to have some weapons. And if you have extras, you can give it to them for usually monetary rewards. Those are not going to affect your panic levels. It's just an extra thing that you can get if you want to. We have to finish those within time. We'll probably get one of those later. And there's the gray market. This is where you can sell things you find on missions, like the corpses of aliens and other materials like that.
Negative. That equipment should be passed on directly to the research team.
So yeah. I don't want to get rid of any of this because we might need... These are used for other things, but there's some things that you can sell and get a lot of money that way. And we're also not really too hurting for money yet. So I'm going to launch a satellite in the United States just because of the funding. And plus we also get a scientist and engineer, an extra scientist and engineer per month, which is really useful for North America. If we were to cover the entire North America, United States, Canada, and Mexico, and so is that it? Just those? Yeah, I think so. Where's Argentina? No, that's part of South America.
You tell the men we can't have them bringing back alien body parts as souvenirs. It's a breach of protocol.
Okay, so yeah, If we get all 3 of those, we'll get air and space, which is the bonus that has the cost to build and maintain the interceptors and airships, like any kind of a ship, basically. So yeah, United States, we're going to launch satellite there.
Satellite uplink facilities at maximum capacity.
We have no
Additional
interceptors
uplink
warning us, so we can send one of our interceptors over here to cover them. And that's going to give us a lot more funding per month. That'll help a lot. Let's go to the hangar. Send one of our second Raven over to North America. And it'll take 3 days to transfer over to there. We check our event list. Xenobiology is almost done researching. Access lift looks like it's finished, but I guess I'll just
Access lift
there we go.
operational.
I can go to construction, build facilities. We can start excavating here as well. I'm thinking if I want, trying to think if I want to get another satellite uplink right here, just because I know that those are really helpful. We don't have enough engineers to build another satellite uplink. How many do we have then? 5 engineers. We need more.
I appreciate
Yeah,
your
9
efforts to
scientists.
support the research team, Commander. I've already put the new recruits to work in the lab.
So we're gonna need more engineers in order to build another satellite uplink. So for the time being, I think I'm going to go excavate here and here, and then build a laboratory here. Do I want to do that? I'll excavate here too. I'm just trying to think ahead of where I want to put stuff. So I'm going to put my power like in this area because there's all my steam here. But I want to put my satellites here. In that case, I just build like a. I leave this open and leave that open for a satellite nexus and satellite uplinks here and here, that kind of thing. No, that's. I'll have to think about that. For now, I think I will build laboratories. That's really useful. To increase our research speed. Let's begin. Alright, let's see if there's any items we want to build or buy. Can't afford satellite, don't have the coverage or the don't have enough facilities to support them anyway. Yeah, we're good. Alright, let's scan for activity and wait for some of these things to finish. What do we have here?
You're telling me that we should risk the lives of our troops so we can take one of these things alive?
Yes. Without a live specimen, I'm afraid we've reached the pinnacle of what my team is able to accomplish.
And how do you suggest we do this, Doctor?
The autopsy I've just completed confirms that the alien's physiology is quite similar to our own. A highly concentrated electrical current delivered at close range should cause
Close range? And what happens if it doesn't work? Do you really think this is worth the risk?
I do. We do not know our enemy. How can we hope to stop something that we do not understand? If we can capture one of these creatures alive, we may be able to communicate with it.
And interrogate it. Find out what they want. Where they're operating from.
Yes. That possibility outweighs all risks, in my opinion. I can construct a safe enough facility to house our captive, but I do not know how we could possibly communicate with it.
Not to worry. I will see to that.
All right. I'll speak to the commander.
Alright, finish xenobiology. Assign new research. Now we've got some objectives. We need to construct the alien containment facilities. We have somewhere to keep them. Research the arc thrower, build an arc thrower, capture live alien, and interrogate it. Alright. Let's see, we're going to want to research the arc thrower as soon as possible. We also can do a sectoid autopsy now. But this is important. We want to have these so we can capture an alien as soon as possible. We will want to get to these eventually. These are all really useful. We're going to start with the arc thrower, though.
I'm still having a hard time grasping what it is the aliens are hoping to accomplish here. Are they studying us? Why abduct humans seemingly at random? There must be a pattern that we haven't established yet.
Okay. We also check the archives if we ever want to see what we've researched in the past, and there's a whole bunch of information over here that you can see about the research that was done. Now let's go to engineering. We don't have the, yeah, we're still researching the ability to build the arc throwers, arc protectors. We need to build a alien containment, but we don't have enough money for it, because we just spent all of it. Oops. Oh well. Let me think here. The the gray market. How much can we make by selling a few of these? I don't think it's really worth it at this point. Even if we sold all 5, they'll still be 25. It wouldn't be enough. So we're gonna have to wait. In this case, we're gonna have to wait until we get another mission, get some stuff we can sell. Hopefully, or I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna go back and scan for activity.
Contact detected.
Oh, we found a UFO near Germany. The satellite picked up. So let's scramble our interceptors. Go get him. He's gonna fly in and engage in combat.
We have eyes on the bandit.
So he's gonna be firing back and forth. We have to watch our health and possibly abort if things get bad. Come on, you gotta be okay, good. I thought we were gonna get our destroyed on our first UFO. Alright, so sustain severe damage. We're not going to be able to use it for a while, but that should be fine. Also, there's a timer here that if we don't destroy it in time, then it'll escape. That's good, though.
Central, this is Voodoo 37. We have a confirmed kill on Bogey 001. I repeat, the UFO is down. How copy, over?
Solid copy, Voodoo 37. Nice work. Central out. All right, people. Retask Recon Satellite Bravo and get me a visual on that crash site.
She's coming into range now, sir.
On screen. Magnify. Still in one piece. Commander, I recommend we get a strike team to the crash site immediately.
Okay. Now it's time to deploy. And send the Sky Ranger. Now we got our full team of 4. And also, one thing I forgot to mention is you can change their colors, and I like to personally color code my troops. So I'm gonna. I still don't have a name for this guy, so I think I might just switch out to have another rookie. Since on this kind of mission, I don't think heavy is necessarily the. It's not going to be as important to have a heavy. Let's see, armor tint. Yeah, yellow is my color for heavies. It's nice because that way I can look at the field and be like, okay, I know what you are just by your color. Meantime, I'm going to leave him. I'm going to clear him and add another rookie. Next one on the list, I guess. Or do I want to use someone else? Let me take a look. Oh, Gary Anderson. Of course, he's not going to keep that name forever. And yeah, we'll do that. Launching mission. When I have a lot of recruits, especially early on, I like to bring at least one on every mission if I can.